Welcome to Module 9. Yeah, I said it. Module 9. There is a 9th module in our course now. And when we first started Body Built by Love, it was really just an 8-week course. And then so much has evolved and so much has grown since then that I'm like, I got a lot more information that I want to give to you. And I know another month would benefit you in this course. So I wanted to give you this extra month as I love you and a thank you for being so amazing and doing amazing work in the course. I want to always give you upgrades and make this the best course possible. So yeah, you're going to get a whole nother month. And I'm going to show you some tips and things that have truly changed my life, my body, my health, and everything. So in this first module, Module 9 of month 3, we're going to talk about faith. Having faith even when it looks like it's not going to work out, because I know this is going to come up for you and this is big. And this is something that's really, really benefited me, my body, and my health, and helped me maintain my health and body consistently. So I want to share it with you. Then in the second week, which will be Module 10, I'm going to share something with you that is going to help you own and fully embody your new body. It's going to show you how to up-level in a big way. And this is another thing that just I've implemented in, and it's been huge in my life. So of course I want to share it with you. And I want you to try it and implement it in your own life and watch all the great things that happen from it. Then in the next 2 modules, you're going to learn about some stuff that could potentially get in the way of you keeping your results. And these are things that aren't necessarily related to weight loss, but they're super related to weight loss. So we're going to talk about relationships and finances and how to up-level both of those. Because I know whether you're in a relationship or you want to be in a relationship or you're somewhere in between, whether you are at the financial space where you want to be, you're already there, you're somewhere in between on that level, no matter where you're on the scale of either of those things, this is going to benefit you in a huge way to know this information. I'm going to show you how to upgrade and up-level in both of those areas and how to take it to implement and upgrade and up-level your weight loss and your health and your body, and you maintaining it and being consistently sustainable with it for a lifetime. So let's jump right in. Oh, actually, before I jump in, 3 things that I want to tell you is that each of these modules are going to be broken down into 3 categories. I'm going to give you a mindset upgrade, a nutrition upgrade, and a fitness upgrade. So right here, right now, you are watching the mindset upgrade, which is why we are talking about how to not lose faith, even when it looks like it's not working. I'm going to tell you about a client that I've had, and her story is so similar to mine. So she came to me and I was doing a check-in call with her. I was asking her how things were going, and she was saying, you know, well, I did the work up until halfway through the week, and then I went back to my old way of being. And I'm like, whoa, wait a second. You went back to your old way of being? Let's dig into this. Let's figure out why. So it turned out that she was doing the work and she did a great job. She felt really good about it. And then she had an experience where it kind of backfired on her, or she thought it backfired, and actually it was amplifying her experience. But the way her brain looked at it, her mindset told her, this is bad, I can't keep doing this, this is not good, I need to stop. And she lost faith in the practice, and she lost faith in her ability to do it and get the results she wanted. So she stopped. And I relate this to so many stories about weight loss, right? The only reason that you won't get the weight loss result you want is if you quit before you get the result. The result is always, always, always going to happen for you. It's never not going to happen. But what happens in the meantime is somebody loses faith and they just stop before they get the result. So I'm making this training video, this mindset upgrade for you so that you don't lose faith before you get the result. The result is always on the way to you. No matter what your goal is, no matter what you're striving for, the result is always on the way. So when it feels like it's not working, when it feels like nothing's changing, when it feels like you need to give up, don't. Don't. You could be throwing away the best, biggest breakthrough of your life if you do that. Here's something I relate it to, and I know I've talked about this before, but it's like a baby when they're first learning to walk. This is the best analogy in the world. When a baby's learning to walk, the parents, the people who are helping it learn to walk, never tell the baby, it doesn't seem like it's working, and I just don't think this is a good path for you. I think you should maybe try and do something else. I don't think this one's for you, right? You never hear that out of a parent's mouth. A parent's like, okay, oh, you fell down? Okay, let me help you back up. You fell down again? That's cute. Let me help you back up. I'm gonna keep helping you back up until you get it. Until you get it. Until you walk. A parent does not give up on a child until they walk, because there's no doubt in their mind that the child will walk. So when we grow up and become adults, it's crazy that all of a sudden we lose that same belief system, and we start to think that just because we fell down a few times, it's probably not for us and it's probably not gonna work out, and we should probably just try something else. How many times in your life have you done this? I'm sure you can relate this to so many things, even more than just weight loss. And I'm sure you've done this many times with weight loss, where you tried something and then you gave up too soon. You gave up before the result happened because you thought it just wasn't for you, like it wouldn't work out. I'm totally guilty of this. Like, I am that person who 5 years ago thought to myself, nothing is working, and I think that maybe I'm just supposed to be overweight the rest of my life. I just don't think being the weight I want to be is in the cards for me. And I thought about giving up. Can you imagine if I gave up? None of this would be here. The Body Built by Love course wouldn't be real. Your life wouldn't be transformed. If I had given up, none of this would be happening right now. And I'm so glad that that didn't happen. And I say that to inspire you to not stop on your path. Don't let anything stop you. You need to just keep going, even when it doesn't look like it's gonna work, even when you feel like giving up, even when it's challenging, even when you wanna stop, even when you're like, ugh, even when you hit a plateau. Keep going. Just know that the result is always on the other end. That's one thing that I find that most people don't know, is that the result is there. The result's on the other end. The result is waiting. And when you're hitting a plateau, or it doesn't look like it's working, or things are getting weird and you think you should give up, that's when you need to have faith the most. That's when you need to have the deepest faith that you can possibly have. Do not give up. Do not let go. Do not stop at that point. That is the part where you go into hyperdrive. The most faith that you can possibly have kicks in right there at that moment. That's when you have the most faith, is when you have no faith. And just know, have this mindset perspective shift. Receive this, okay? Receive this. Take this mindset shift. You are always about to get the result. Don't give up. If you give up, you'll miss the result. It's always there for you. It's never not there for you. Take that mindset and perspective shift. It's never not there for you. It's never not possible for you. It's never not gonna happen. It's always gonna happen. It's always possible. It's always right there waiting. So don't lose faith. Don't let go. Don't stop when you think, it just doesn't look like it's gonna work out for me. Think about a baby. Treat yourself the way you would treat a baby. I know that you wouldn't tell a baby, maybe you should just stop. Maybe you shouldn't do it. Looks like you've been falling down a lot and I just don't really think it's in the cards for you. Sorry, maybe you should just give up. You'd never say that to a child. You'd never say that, right? So don't ever say it to yourself. Adopt that new philosophy. How you would treat a baby, how you would treat a child is how you treat yourself from now on. And another analogy I use is about basketball, because I used to play basketball and it really resonates with me. So you can apply this to anything. But when I was first learning to play basketball, my dad told me if I wanted to start making baskets frequently, I needed to stand at the free throw line and shoot as many as I could. Maybe shoot like 100 a day. And when I first started doing that, like none of them would go in. And it was really disheartening. And it really made me feel like, I can't do this. I'm not good at this. This doesn't work for me. I'm never gonna be able to do this. But he was like, no, Steph, keep practicing. Keep practicing, you're gonna get it. Just like a parent would say to a child when they're first learning to walk. Keep practicing, keep going, you're gonna get it. Just keep going. So I'd keep practicing and I'd keep practicing and I'd keep practicing. And eventually it got to a tipping point where all of a sudden I started to make them in. I'd still miss probably 50% of the shots, but I'd start to make 50% of them. And I was like, oh, this is working, cool. And then I get better and start making more shots. And then I'd still miss some. So I'd be like, okay, you know, and you want to give up at that point when you're like missing them and you're like, oh, I'm just not where I want to be. I'm not making all of these shots, and I've been practicing for months, or I've been practicing for days or years or whatever. And when that comes up, you want to say, oh, it's just not for me. I just can't do it. But the truth of the matter is, you can. You just need to keep practicing until you get it. So I would keep practicing, and then I'd be making them. So eventually you're going to get yourself to a space where you make every basket. There's going to be a tipping point where you are always a healthy weight, where you're always where you want to be, where you're not plateauing, where you feel amazing in your body, you love your body, and it's just shifting and adapting and changing to how you want it to be always, all the time. There's a point that will hit for you if you haven't hit it already. It's waiting for you, and it's waiting for everyone. There is no exclusions, there is no exceptions on this, everyone. So you have to just keep that faith, especially when it looks like it doesn't work. That's the most important time to have faith. When you think it's not gonna work out for you, that's when you gotta have the faith. And so the baby's falling down, and it just seems like, man, that baby's been trying a lot, and it just keeps falling down. And then one day you see the baby walking, and you're just like, nailed it. That's what you're gonna feel like with you too. You're gonna be like, I didn't give up, so of course I am walking. So of course I have the weight loss results I want. So of course I'm maintaining my body consistently. Of course, because you didn't give up, you didn't lose faith. And that's the biggest, best thing that I could share with you right now, is do not lose faith, especially when you want to the most. Especially when it most feels like you need to give up and it's not working and it's not gonna work out for you. That's when you have the strongest faith of your life, and you just keep on trucking. Josh always talks about this like 3-week point where he, especially with his body, he notices that the workouts that he does from 3 weeks ago start to show up in 3 weeks time. So he doesn't notice the results that he is getting until about 3 weeks. And generally we see this with a lot of people. So a lot of people will be looking for a specific result in a week, and if they don't get that in the first week, then they're just like, oh, it's not working for me, like, I don't know what to do, this isn't good, I should give up. No. Give it another 2 weeks at least, and then on the 3rd week, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I look amazing. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, thank God I didn't stop, because the result shows up. Then the result will show up. So don't stop yourself. And I'm not saying it's gonna take you 3 weeks. You can see results the next day. You can see the results the same week. It doesn't matter, but when it feels like you're not getting the result you want and you wanna lose faith, have the greatest faith you can possibly have. And if you need help and guidance, you got a community, an amazing hive of people right here ready to support you, who have gone through the same thing, have felt those same feelings, and can support you to get to the next level and want to do that. That's our greatest joy. Your coaches and myself, that's our greatest joy, is to help you break through that kind of stuff. So reach out to us when you need to have more faith. Just know in your brain that when it feels like you need to give up and when it feels like it's not working the most, that's when you need to have the most faith and the most mindset strength to keep going. I hope that tip, that info, that everything was game-changing and life-changing for you like it was for me. I actually know that it will be. So take that information, embody it in a big way, and live it. Know to just keep going when it feels like you need to give up. Just keep going. You're gonna see unreal results. We call it the breakdown to breakthrough. So if you notice yourself breaking down, you're about to break through to the best next level of your life. Don't stop there. Don't stop at the breakdown. Push through it. You got this. So I'll see you in a nutrition upgrade video soon, and a fitness upgrade too. I hope you have a great week. Make sure you keep checking in with us. Remember, for every post you put up, leave 3 comments on other people's posts. Share the love, be a giver, keep sharing, keep telling us everything you're learning from these modules, and keep checking in with some new glitter litter. We love that stuff. All right, I'll see you in a video soon. You're awesome. Keep the faith.